and say, yo, if I was either of these GMs, would I want to do this? Probably not.
And the answer is usually.
And if the answer is usually no, like move on to something else. What are we talking about? Come on, man. Yeah, but everybody knows that dude is finna get fired, right? That's why we were all upset about the Luka trade, where it was at no point in time, if I pretended to be the GM of the Lakers and the GM of the Mavericks, would I have made that trade work? That's why everybody was upset.
They lost again last night.
Good for
They
them.
remain sad.
Left the house yesterday.
Yes.
The wife had 2 feats. When she got in, super late, like late for her. It was almost 6. Guess how many feet she had?
Feet?
Yes.
Like her feet?
Yes. She had 1 feet.
Your wife lost a foot?
She's in a boot. I'm like, what are you doing? What is happening?
Okay, you made it sound like you were about to announce that your wife got her foot amputated in the middle of yesterday, and that was going to be way too serious of a conversation to be had in the first 2 minutes of this here show. Why she has a boot?
I don't know. She told me. I just was like, oh, okay. My mind is focused on the electrician.
Foot, ankle, Achilles.
Foot.
Okay.
It's foot. Maybe a fracture.
Oh.
Maybe a stress fracture.
Oh.
Maybe.
That's not good.
No. But she's
That's
been.
bizarre. She was walking fine.
She's been living with it since the summertime. She walked around Disney World with that thing.
That's women for you. We just
She's
put up with it.
I'm always in pain. What's this? This is fine. On a scale of 1 to 10, for me, this is like a 4. I'm fine.
See? What we do.
All right. You got it, kiddo.
That's what we do.
What was the song?
Bless the Telephone. It's like an old 70s song.
Okay.
It's gotten really viral on TikTok recently. It's a great little song. It's in my future lullaby album, if I ever have a baby.
Okay.
Because yes, I have one of those.
A baby?
No, I have a lullaby album. I hope I don't have a baby. That'd be a surprise.
It'd be a surprise for everybody.
Woo!
If you had a baby right now, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, baby comes out. You be ready to go in 2 months. Be ready to go for next year's Grizzlies
How
season.
exciting.
Good stuff.
What's up, everybody? It is Tuesday, November 11th. It is going to be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Hurt behind the glass. Coming up on today's show, a wild night in the NBA last night. Buzzer beaters, big scoring nights galore. We got a Grizzlies game tonight. We will see if they can start this road trip with a bang at Madison Square Garden. Mike Wallace will join us from New York to talk about the Grizzlies preview tonight's game. Will Coleman, former Memphis Tiger, joins us on Tuesdays to talk the Tigers, and it's a game day for them as well, as they are in Oxford tonight to face Ole Miss. We'll get his thoughts on their opening win against San Francisco. We'll do a little TV Tuesday, what we're watching. I watched The Pilot, that some are calling one of the best pilots ever, new Apple TV show. We'll get into all the TV happenings. It is a Tuesday. You know what we say. I don't, actually.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
It's early, but top 4 in win shares per 48 minutes in the NBA right now, Cedric Coward is in that group. You want to know who else is in it?
Who?
Victor Wembanyama, Luka Doncic, and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I like that company.
That means the American player with the highest win share per 48 minutes, Grizz rookie Cedric Coward.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
The only thing better than Saturday Night Hoops is when it comes with an exclusive Grizz hoodie. Every Saturday this season, $60 gets you a Grizzlies ticket and a limited edition Grizzlies hoodie. 4 different hoodie designs dropping across 4 Saturday games. Not sold anywhere else. Don't miss your shot to collect all 4 designs. Grab your tickets and gear up now at grizzlies.com/Saturday.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what it's all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, have it my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media Studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope you're making it through the beginning of your week, through this cold spell. If you are in Memphis, where it is 32 degrees this morning. CJ, I am not ready for it to be winter, which is a good thing because it's going to be 70 degrees again in like 4 days.
This weather is wild.
It's really
insane.
taking us on a journey.
It's some.
I was in jean shorts and a t-shirt on Saturday, living my best life at Laughlin.
You shouldn't have been.
It was so nice outside.
You shouldn't have been.
Yes, I
It's
should have been.
also November. Like, come on, man.
Me and all my friends gathered and we texted each other. We
Yeah,
said, "Are
that's
you going to
why.
wear jean shorts?" And I said,
Yeah.
"Yeah, are you going to wear jean shorts?" And we said, "It's summer, baby."
What did you say to me right before the show got started? You coughed. You said, "Hey,
Yeah.
okay." Yeah, like that. That's why, because you're out here in jean shorts. All of your skin is exposed. Your pores
It
is
was
wide.
78
your
degrees.
Pores
What do you want me
your
to do?
pores is wide open, just begging for viruses and
Is that how it
bacterium.
works?
Yes. How do you think they get into your body?
Are you the health secretary?
I flunked out of pharmacy school twice. I know. And
Twice.
I took biochemistry, I took organismic biology, and I took immunology and got B's in all those classes. I know how the immune system works, Jessica.
So which one did you flunk?
Oh, that was in college. That was
Oh,
in undergrad.
That wasn't part of the pharmacy school journey.
No, I had to take that to get into pharmacy school.
Got it.
Pharmacology
Getting
did your boy
into
in.
it wasn't the
was
issue.
fine. Like, yeah, shout out Tuskegee. They
Becoming a
educated your boy.
pharmacist
Pharmacology
was the problem.
got me both times.
Oh, that's too bad.
I was good in medicinal chemistry though. I was I probably would have been, I would have struggled in kinetics. I think I would have, but pharmacology just, that's a devil subject. I hated it.
The last real science class I took was physics my senior year of high school. All my college science classes were like crisis of a planet, weather, natural hazards. They were good. They were fun. They were a good time.
I'm gonna send you this cool physics video because that's what my algorithm gives me sometimes. Cool science videos. I'm gonna send you this cool physics video.
You send me the cool physics video. Last night was a busy night in sports. Tonight, a big night for the Grizzlies as they start a 4-game road trip against the Knicks. I was going between, I almost called it Thursday night football, Monday night football, and keeping up on all the action around the NBA last night. So while the Eagles and the Packers were in a defensive slugfest on Thursday night football, the NBA had itself a night last night. Like every game you saw, you were saying, man, what a crazy night in the NBA. And then you'd see another one and say, man, what a crazy night in the NBA. 6 games were decided by 5 points or less across the NBA last night. We had a walk-off alley-oop. We had a walk-off 28-footer hand in the face, courtesy of Desmond Bane. We had a 7-7 dude. Yeah, I'm calling him 7-7. ISOing on a 3. 11 guys scored 30-plus. A franchise record in threes was hit. We had the most misses ever by a player in a game, where he also went off and won the game. We had 2 overtimes. And it was just one of those nights where I really wish that an NBA version of Red Zone existed, because it would have been a good time. This is the game winner from the Orlando Magic. That is Desmond Bane. 1 dribble, let it fling. That's a hell of a shot. That is a hell of a shot from Desmond Bane, who has been going through it. And the Orlando Magic have been going through it. And watching them celebrate this one felt like it could be a turning point. Or it could just be one night of celebration and they don't lose to the Trailblazers, as it was looking like they just might do last night. And then this were the happenings in San Antonio. This was not a game winner, but this is the inevitable of Victor Wembanyama. Hits the 3 to tie the game at 114 all. And this sequence was just absolutely ridiculous, because you come back on the other end. That is our old friend, Tyus Jones. He's going to go to the rim. He's going to miss. Oh, that's his brother, Trey Jones, excuse me. Thank you, Tyus is on the Magic. I was going to say that wasn't Tyus Jones' hair. Victor Wembanyama, I was so confused. Victor Wembanyama, settle it down.
Calm down, everybody.
In Wemby's hands.
How lonely is it being that guy guarding Wemby right now?
I mean,
how long? Like, you got to come out to across the 3-point line, get some on skates.
I would actually say just how devastating is it to be put on an island by 7'5" to 7'7"
so
Victor
lonely.
Wembanyama.
You're just so lonely. You know what's coming. You know nobody's coming to set a screen. You know you're not getting the switch. You know help's not coming because coach, for whatever reason,
Yeah, but help needs to come.
has decided
Make anyone else beat you.
We're not going to run and double Wemby as soon as he touches the ball in this situation. So it's just you and Wemby, one-on-one, mano-y-mano.
Despite the fact that he had already made 5 threes in the game.
He had
had just
33
made the
points
one
at
that tied
point.
it. Victor Wembanyama's stat line from this game, stop me if you've heard this before. We've never seen it before. 38 points on 11 of 19 shooting, 6 of 9 from 3, 10 of 10 at the line, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 blocks.
Huh? What?
Cool. Cool.
He had damn near a 40, 12, 5, 5, 5 game?
It would be 40, 12, 5, and 5.
What was his assist? No, his assist was 5.
5.
Blocks was 5.
blocks.
Okay.
We need to get 5 steals in there. Then we could really make it great, in case it wasn't good enough.
Wemby is not good enough. He didn't have 5 steals. Get that out of here. Get it out of here. I don't want that dude on my team. Not leading my franchise.
And De'Aaron Fox is back. Oh, the Spurs are petrifying. The other game winner came in Miami in overtime, where you had this insane sequence for the Cavs. Donovan Mitchell gets the offensive rebound, just flings and flangs that up. That's a 3. That's an incredible play in of itself. 0.4 seconds left on the clock. 0.4 seconds left on the clock. There's not a lot you can do in 0.4 seconds, but you can do this.
No, what is happening? What is happening?
Andrew
How
Wiggins.
do you let that happen? On the, like, that, run it again. You see the back screen. You know the back screen is coming. Why are you up?
But you
Why are you
don't.
up? Where is he jumping to? Why is he jumping to the elbow?
That is one of the just prettiest run plays, but also one that makes you scream, what are you doing on the other side? I was trying to think, which was a better game winner? The Desmond Bane 28-footer or the Wiggins alley-oop dunk? I think it's the Desmond Bane 3 just because of the level of difficulty, because Wiggins had
That was
a
just
clear
easy.
shot to the rim. All you have to do is have Jovic make the nice pass, which he did, nice little pinpoint, but
Jacob, can you throw it back up? Who's on the ball? Is that, how can that not be the tallest person on the court? Like, why is Donovan Mitchell
why
on
is
the
Donovan
ball?
Mitchell guarding the inbounds? That
Like-
seems less than ideal.
Like, it's just bad all the way around.
Yeah.
Gosh. But
Donovan
boy,
Mitchell,
that was fun.
28 in the loss.
Oh.
The Heat win that one. So that would be a pretty crazy night in itself.
Yeah.
Let me take you elsewhere to the Pistons.
This is the game I watch.
where they are 9-2, and Cade Cunningham had 46 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists, 5 steals, and you're like, wow, what a game from Cade Cunningham. And then you look at his field goals, where he was 14 of 45. Cade Cunningham missed 31 shots last night, and yet Does it matter? Because they won. Second night of a back-to-back. They're playing the low, sad, depresso Wizards, and it looks like they were going to lose. But then Cade Cunningham goes off at the end.
Playing the Wizards, they were down a handful of guys who they needed to play with ankle injuries. So Cade Cunningham, they were like, hey, you got it. Green light, baby. They're running around out there with their G League squad. They're running around out there with dudes who are on two-way contracts. And it's like, Cade, I don't know what to tell you, man. You're missing shots. That's okay. Keep shooting, baby. That game was hilarious to watch. One.
It's Cade and Dennis Jenkins.
Like, come on, man.
Like, are you familiar with Dennis Jenkins?
I wasn't before last night. I was
Now
like,
you are.
Where's this guy been?
Now you are.
And
you don't remember his season at St. John's?
No.
You don't remember his season at Iona?
No.
You don't remember his season at Odessa College?
No.
You don't remember his season at Pacific?
No.
Now you'll remember him from last night.
I might. He'll be here playing against the Hustles at some point this year, won't he?
Probably.
Yeah, like that's the Wizards are so very, very bad.
Who's sadder, the Wizards or the Mavs? If we're doing the sad baton handoff.
Sad is different. Sad is the Mavericks.
Sad is the Mavericks because of
everything. And the Mavericks, like some other teams in the NBA, had folks on air saying, "Oh, this could be a playoff team." It's like, how?
Sure.
Why? The Wizards, on the other hand, everybody knows what it is with the Wizards.
But they've been
Everybody
even
knows.
worse.
Everybody knows that they're bad.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that they're going to be atrocious this season. There was never any sort of hope or optimism from a wins-loss standpoint. It's all about Sarr. How well can we develop him? How quickly can he go from rookie to second year to leader of this franchise, carrying us to the places we want to be? Like, how quickly can he do that? That's what this year is about for the Wizards.
We're not even talking about the fact that C.J. McCollum had 42 points.
C.J. McCollum dunked the ball. Did you know C.J. McCollum could dunk?
No, actually.
Okay, 34 C.J. McCollum broke a dude down off the dribble, got up two hands. Was he? Was C.J. McCollum in a dunk contest? If C.J. McCollum was in the dunk contest, Jacob says he was.
Yeah, he was. He wasn't just in the dunk contest.
He did not win.
Wait, he did not win.
Okay, how the dunk contest is falling. I don't think of
there's
C.J.
a
McCollum
comment
as a dunk.
8 years ago from C.J. McCollum.
All right.
8 years ago, he said, "They don't pay me to dunk. I dunked to show I was athletic. Now longevity is the key." Now 8 years later, he's like, hell, I'm in Washington. There's nothing else for me to do. Let me go off for 42, dunk, and still lose this game in overtime. So that would be another. Cade Cunningham missing 31 shots, going for 40 plus, getting the win.
Missing
game
31
winner for
shots
the Heat.
in a win and going for 40.
Yes. Game winner for the Heat. Game winner for the Magic. Victor Wembanyama being the alien that he is. We also had Grayson Allen hitting 10 threes in a game.
I missed this. What?
Every time I thought the night could not get weirder, Grayson Allen goes off for 42 points, goes 10 of 15 from the three-point line for a Phoenix win. And I will say, we talked yesterday about the Grizzlies only having wins over below 500 teams. That is no longer true. The Suns have won 5 of their last 6. They're above 500 now. And Grayson Allen apparently is Steph Curry. What a weirdo night.
Death by Grayson Allen would be
in 2025?
my least favorite way to go as an NBA fan. Right? Like if I'm out there and I'm losing to the Suns because Booker gives me 60 or because anybody else on that roster does anything, it's like, okay, well, that happens. But Grayson Allen making 10 threes, going for 40 points in the year of our Lord 2025. Yeah. No, I don't. That just seems like it will make you sick. That's enough to make you vomit a little bit, isn't it?
Just a little bit.
Just in your mouth a little, just real quick. Grayson Allen hit threes.
Okay, would you rather lose to Grayson Allen hitting 10 threes, or would you rather lose to Cade Cunningham missing 31 shots?
Cade Cunningham missing 31 shots.
Really?
Easy. Because Cade is supposed
to... You lost a game where someone missed 31 shots.
Cade is supposed to take that shot. Cade is supposed to shoot it.
In that game, sure. And he's supposed to shoot it. And as you mentioned, he's surrounded by...
Cade a superstar?
Dennis and others.
Is Cade a superstar?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so you're losing to a superstar doing superstar things.
I was doing this exercise yesterday where I was reading just a run-through of the NBA season thus far. And I was viewing it through the prism of, the Grizzlies have faced some teams that are off to pretty awesome starts, be it they're talking about the Rockets with the best offense in the NBA. I'm like, oh, yeah, we saw that. They're talking about the Thunder still being one of the best teams in the NBA. Oh, we just saw that. And they're talking about the Pistons being probably the most electric team to start the season. And now 9-2 on the year, and Cade Cunningham being in that superstar level. And we saw him take over the game here. So you've gotten some tough teams rolling through this building, especially.
I'll add to Cade on the Pistons. Jalen Duren is a man. He was a man at Memphis, but like he's a
now
he's a man.
He's a man.
I saw him set a couple of screens and hit a couple of dudes on box outs, and they just, if they didn't crumple, it was crash test dummy type stuff where it's, oh my gosh, I just got hit by a large individual, and he's able to finish around the rim. And he's a tremendous defensive player as well, able to defend out there on the perimeter. Like this Pistons team, hey guys, they're going to be good.
They're going to be good this year.
They're going to be good this year.
Before we get to the Grizzlies and Mike Wallace, who's going to join us from New York, I did have something that really peeved me last night, CJ.
Oh, no. Not
a real
peeve.
travesty.
Oh.
Why did the Memphis women's soccer team get a 7 seed in the NCAA tournament?
Why?
A 7 seed. For the number 3 ranked team in the country, a 7 seed. They're going to play Illinois at home on Saturday. They're in, yay. And given that they were left out of the tournament last year, that's exciting. But a 7 seed? To go from the 3rd ranked team in the country going into the conference tournament, you fall on PKs in the semis, which doesn't even count as a loss. It counts as a draw. So your overall record this year is 16-0-3, and you're a 7 seed? This baffled me. And I'm not an expert on women's college soccer, but this seems wrong.
Wins over Iowa State, Ole Miss.
Win over Vanderbilt, who is a 1 seed. A draw with Tennessee, who is a 3 seed. You're a 7 seed?
Come on, man.
Somebody pointed out it's the RPI, and they were 19th in the RPI going into the conference tournament, and their strength of schedule is 157. Whatever.
I mean,
Give me the Tigers.
Did they play some people? It sounds like they played some young women out there.
Sounds to me like they played some people.
Sounds like they handled themselves quite nicely.
Anyway, we'll be rolling with the Memphis women's soccer team into the tournament.
Damn right.
If they beat Illinois, they'll likely play 2 seed TCU. They'll only get 1 home game.
That's terrible.
All right.
Reached out to Brooks, seeing if he wants some more.
Mike Wallace is going to join us on the other side. Grizzlies Knicks tonight at Madison Square Garden. Can the Grizzlies get a win over a good team? A Knicks team that's 6-3 to start this year, has not lost at home. We'll catch up with Mike after a quick break.
Calling all collectors! Topps NBA basketball trading cards are back.
It's available in the Grizzlies Den by Fanatics and online at Topps.com.
Rip into bold color parallels,
Electric inserts, relics, and autographed cards from today's biggest stars and the next-gen talent. Look out for rookie cards of Cooper Flagg and Dylan Harper, plus Grizzlies favorites John Morant, Jalen Wells, and so many more. You don't want to miss this drop. Grab your set before it's gone.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation. It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Check this out. Last season in the NBA, there were 139 40-point games. We're like 5 days in, 6 days in, and we have had 16 already. It is on pace for over 300 40-point games.
Holy crap.
Sheesh. That would be the pace.
Yeah.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
I'm bad at every hotel.
Welcome back. It is Tuesday. That means it's time to catch up with Mike Wallace, senior editor at Grind City Media, and he is on the road with the Grizzlies in New York City. Mike, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. A beautiful day. We're trapped inside the hotel right now momentarily as they get ready for the Veterans Day parade. So, kudos and shout out to the military and all the military families, all the veterans who have supported this country. I have multiple relatives who've served in the armed forces, man, and my heart and my thoughts and my support and my love go out to them and all of you all who have families impacted as well.
Big thanks to all the veterans. You guys got into New York yesterday?
Yes.
Did you do anything? Did you do anything fun last night?
Man, we didn't get out. Of course, Eric and Fish, they always find some kind of sports bar to go.
I saw they were posting from some rooftop with some nice
that's where we ended up. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's where we ended up. So I didn't go to the first stop with them. I stayed at the second stop, basically, which was the hotel rooftop, man. Beautiful skyline. It was immaculate up there. And a little windy, a little scary, you know what I mean? Because when you're up 64 floors or whatever we were and outside, that's not a really comfortable place to be, but it was beautiful to capture some content for sure.
You will be inside the most famous building in the world, Madison Square Garden, tonight for Grizzlies Knicks. Mike, this Knicks team, they're 6-3. They have not lost at home, where they are 6-0. And they've really been beating people at home. Like, they just beat the Nets 134-98. They beat the Timberwolves at home 137-114, beat the Wizards 119-102, and the Bulls 128-116. This 4-game winning streak on their home court, all having double-digit wins. What do you see as it pertains to a matchup tonight for the Grizzlies as they start this 4-game road trip?
I see that their offense has been unlocked. I know last year, last couple of years under Thibodeau, they were more pick and roll, Jalen Brunson centric, and they got things off of what he was able to do as the primary on-ball guy. Now you're seeing them get up the court fast. Like, a lot of these teams talk about wanting to play fast and get in transition and all of those things, but Mike Brown has been doing that with multiple teams now, right? Ever since his assistant stint at Golden State, he saw how to unlock these guys. And, what we see now is that New York on a nightly basis, they have a different dominant guy capable of leading them offensively. Like the other night, it was Karl Anthony Towns who turned back the clock to like be the most dominant big that we've seen, right? He's putting up some Victor Wembanyama type numbers in the last game they played. So it's multiple ways. The Grizzlies are going to have to be assignment specific. They're going to have to take away something, either slow them down in transition, defend the 3-point line, or defend the paint. You're not going to be able to take away everything, but you also have to score too. So I think the Grizzlies' offense is going to be just as important as anything that they do against the Knicks defensively tonight too. They got to figure out a way to keep scoring to keep up with the Knicks.
And this isn't a Tibbs coach Knicks anymore, as you mentioned.
No,
Their highest average minute player is Mikal Bridges at 34. And then you have Jalen Brunson and OG Anunoby at 33, Karl Anthony Towns at 32. So it's kind of a more normal approach to running your star guys. Your latest piece up at grindcitymedia.com is titled Grizzlies Hope Learning Opportunities from Losses Translate to Lessons on Winning. And you used a quote that has been heavily repeated since Coach Isolo said it pregame before the Thunder game, but we're either winning or we're learning. What did you learn about the Grizzlies through this home stretch where they got the win over the Mavs, but they've continued to struggle a bit when it comes to facing tougher competition? We saw against the Thunder, they started lights out, and then the Thunder did the thing the Thunder do and ultimately get a double-digit win of their own. But what have you kind of categorically learned about the team over the stretch?
You know, that this is going to be, and Isolo referenced it too, and I think a lot of us, and me included, I'll be the first to admit, any rotation or any roster with the Grizzlies where I see Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. both healthy and available should be a roster that's competing for a conference championship or an upper level playoff positioning in your conference. What we're seeing is that regardless of Jaren Jackson Jr. and Ja Morant, this is going to be a slower rollout in terms of implementation of this system, in terms of what the system is capable of doing, and in terms of embracing it. Like, this has been a slow roll for the Grizzlies when it comes to that. Some of it has been, on the players, some of it has been on the coaches. But the bottom line is that this isn't clicking as ideally as many of us or some of us, or maybe just me, anticipated or expected it would. Now, having said that, you also got to remind yourself, Zach Edey and Ty Jerome, two essential pieces to what the Grizzlies are supposed to be, have not played yet this season. And you almost have to give yourself that grace and say, okay, let's withhold judgment. Because yes, we know Jaren and Ja are the headliners. We know they're the max players. And you would think max players are supposed to be able to keep you a little bit more afloat than where the Grizzlies are right now. But they're only going to be as good as the complementary pieces that complement them. And we haven't seen those key complementary pieces yet. So give it a little bit more time. And that's what Isolo is talking about. Look, there's going to be some wins, but there's going to be some lessons. And until we come together, that's when the true evaluation should start. Maybe we get to start seeing that by the end of this month. Certainly, hopefully by the end of this week with some.
A couple things from that. I'll start with the Zach Edey piece. Do you think there's any chance we see him on this road trip?
Yes, I think there's a chance. I think, you don't clear him and allow him to practice with the hustle. And then when the hustle have games, you say, okay, you're not going to play with the hustle, but you're still going to practice. And I think you want to build up at least a week worth of activity to see how the ankle responds. This isn't something you want to play around with. Obviously, Zach has never been injured throughout his college career, but he's been injured quite frequently as a pro. So you don't want to mess around with the lower extremity with a big man like that. But I do think that there's a chance that he plays on this road trip, even though the road trip technically returns to Memphis after Cleveland and then goes back out against San Antonio. So I'm hopeful. We'll see how his workouts, and there's not a lot of practice time in this back-to-back. We'll see what happens with this going into Friday more than likely, and see where it goes from there Saturday against the Cavs, and then maybe, Tuesday against the San Antonio Spurs.
And then what you were saying as it pertains to John Jaren, because I think you're not alone in that feeling where even though there are significant injuries, and that's always an important caveat when figuring out what we've seen from this team thus far and what could be unlocked further into the season, when you have your two stars on the court, there's an expectation that they'll dominate at least sometimes, and we just frankly have not seen that. And it's been kind of oddly different reasoning. Like with Ja, it's a bit of a shooting slump. Not a bit. It is a shooting slump, but his usage and assist rates are on the upper side of his career. And then on the flip side of that, you have Jaren Jackson Jr., who's as efficient as he's ever been, but his usage rate is down, and he's taking less shots than he has in seasons past. And then you also have his defense, which hasn't quite been at the level that we're used to seeing from Jaren. With each of those, and I guess we can start with John, then go to Jaren, but what's the next step in unlocking them this season? John Morant talked about all of this following the loss to the Thunder the other night, and kind of talked about, not being as aggressive getting to the basket. He's not getting the foul calls. I view it as a risk-reward thing, both from a body standpoint. If you're not getting to the line, why are you doing it? But how can he just make some of these mid-range and floater opportunities that he's missing? The threes are a different story, but with those shots in particular.
Yeah, he's got to be comfortable with where he's taking the shots. And he told me right after the game, my question directly to him is, are these your shots, or are these the shots that defenses are forcing you to take? And he immediately was like, no, the defense isn't forcing me to take anything. I'm taking my shots, and eventually they're going to fall. I believe in my shots, especially when you talk about within the three-point line. I think he settles a lot for the three-pointers, and I don't know why, when you're not shooting the three that well, you've never been a consistent three-point shooter, that you still attempt that many. But again, this guy knows what he's doing, and he wants to do it a certain way. So, what I did like out of all of that was Isolo coming back and saying, no, we want him to be aggressive. We can live with what we're seeing right now because we know it's going to turn around. So that was Isolo saying, listen, I believe in Ja, and I need him to be who he wants to be. So I do think that there's a coming together when it comes to that. And Ja is not going to shoot this poorly the rest of the season. Like, I think he's just literally in a slump. Once the pace picks up, then you can see him do a lot more. And once Edey gets back, frankly, I think Ja takes his effectiveness to a different level. With Jaren, it's just the level of being assertive. I saw him at certain times against Oklahoma City be as assertive as I've ever seen. The spin move that he hit on, I think it was on one big at the perimeter, he spun around and got to the rim under Hartenstein and made the layup. I was like, wow. He faked Chet Holmgren with a spin at the top of the key, got in the lane and went around Hartenstein. And I was like, this is the Jaren that we all need to see every game. Mm-hmm. It's not about spacing. It's not about who can get me the ball. It's let me go get the ball and let me go to work. And when he's like that, he's locked in. He could be as good as any big we have in this league. The problem is he hasn't been like that repeatedly, and 2 or 3 times a game won't be enough to do that. So he's got to be more assertive. Ja has to be a little bit more selective. And if you can get that to address itself, then I think the Grizzlies can turn a little bit of a corner. But having said that, the crux of my piece is essentially about how we can, and I told you this, Jessica, we talked about this. We can see progress from the Grizzlies over these next 10 games, and the record's still not reflected because you're in such a tough stretch right now that the victories might not be there, but the lessons are certainly going to be piling up.
What does that look like then if we're not measuring by wins and losses?
No. We are measuring by wins and losses. Those were Isolo's words, right? Yeah. Like that's him saying it's wins or losses. I mean, wins or lessons. I count losses. Yeah. And the bottom line is that you can't justify anything if you don't have the ultimate results. This isn't the preseason anymore. But granted, he didn't have a preseason with his full complement of guys. This isn't training camp anymore. But granted, he didn't have a training camp with his full complement of guys. He took the job late March. He didn't have a lot of time. So the thing about it is that Isolo isn't the type of guy that's going to make excuses. But anybody with an objective outlook on this can say he's been dealt a very difficult hand every single step of the way. And so we haven't really seen what he has yet because he hasn't been able to unpack. But having said that, this is what he signed up for. And some of the times you can make things harder on yourself or more or easier on yourself. And I think he's struggling between those two right now. Sometimes you got to take the short term and go get a win as opposed to trying to plan for the long term.
He's planting seeds. He's very much in the longer timeline mode. And that's where I thought the win against the Mavs was so critical because sometimes you just have to see a win.
You do. And you got to get that one. And they did get that one. But the bottom line now is that he talked about this. This was the other quote that he had in there. He said that sometimes, he said, I get asked the same questions and I'm giving you all the same answers. But I think there's a difference in perspective and outlook, right? This is going to take weeks. This is going to take months. This may even take, and he referenced Oklahoma City, years. Well, if that's the case, then the philosophy might have to be tweaked. because you can't take years to get John Jaren right when they're in year 7 and year 8. You could take years to get Edey and Coward right into your system, but you can't take years when it comes to the payroll and what these guys are doing at this stage of their careers.
So is it time to, what are we doing with expectations then, Mike? All right, if the coach is saying, hey, I got to get time, Jessica brings up, I'm planting seeds. Well, seeds don't grow overnight. That takes time. That doesn't take a game or two or a stretch or two. That takes seasons, maybe months, best case, but seasons.
A quick tree.
What are we doing with expectations?
A sunflower, if you will.
That's a good. Hey, CJ, you're asking the right questions, man. And you've been around us on you're with us on Grizz Beat. Jessica's with us, when we're on the radio and when we're doing our pregame stuff. And I've said it from the very beginning, right? I said it from the very beginning. This team is operating along 2 tracks, and at some point they're going to have to make a decision. I've said that. Like, at some point you're going to have to decide: are we rebuilding, and do we need to go the back it up 3 years ago Oklahoma City route and pursue draft picks, pursue draft capital, and give up some of these big name guys like the way Oklahoma City did it with Chris Paul and Paul George? Or are you going to say, you know what, we got Ja and Jaren, we believe in these guys, and let's augment what they are and try to add to that the way the Knicks did it, when they went out and got Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby and loaded up from that perspective to go get their, pursuit of a championship. It's going to have to be one or the other, because you can't go down these parallel paths and have one goal or one expectation. It can't happen, because it's almost like serving 2 masters in that sense. At some point, there's going to be a pivot and a fork in the road, and I think this team will head to that probably sooner rather than later.
Well, you perhaps struck something that could both be a long-term solution and something that helps you short-term or gives you something that this team has been desperately searching for it feels like a minute now, a Cedric Coward-like player. And he is a rookie, and you certainly don't want to run the gun on expectations for him, but he is putting up shooting stats that we haven't seen from a rookie. He looks confident. He's taken on really tough defensive assignments any given night. One, will we see Cedric Coward start on this trip? Because I know it's twofold, right? Like the slow starts were something that was plaguing this team a week ago. Now we've seen 2 games in a row where the starts have certainly not been an issue. They have been really promising, and they run such quick substitution patterns that, sure, it's a starting lineup, but it's only a starting lineup for 3 minutes. So it's not that big of an influx on the start of a Grizzlies game. But at the same time, you're looking at Cedric Coward, and you just think to yourself, this is a starter. Like, this is one of the most important players on this team, if not the 3rd best player on this team, and at times have played like the best player on the court on certain nights for the Grizzlies this year.
No, you make a valid point, and I think that's a traditional way of looking at basketball, in terms of, hey, put your best 5 players out there at the beginning of the game. Your best 5 individual players out there at the beginning of the game. What Isolo has said repeatedly in his own way is that might not be the best way to get the best usage out of the best 5 guys, because the best 5 guys all are individually good, but are they connected in a way that's going to keep that production the way it needs to be? So what I think he's underscoring is that Cedric is blossoming in the role that he's in because he's in the role that he's in. You know what I mean? Even when he comes in the game, he's coming in with Santi. He's coming in with a little bit more focus on being able to do what he needs to do from that standpoint. Whereas we're not looking to get Jaren established, because Cedric comes in and Jaren comes out. So now Cedric almost becomes the second, featured player, as opposed to having be 3rd or 4th. Is he still going to be as effective when he's not really run plays for in that situation from that standpoint? So he, Isolo talks about the chemistry of a lineup more so than what the best 5 guys need to be out there together. That's not necessarily the way I grew to learn how to understand the game of basketball, but I can certainly understand his argument. Will Cedric Coward eventually start on this Grizzlies team? I believe he will. How soon that will be, I don't know if Isolo is willing to punt on that right now, because he could say, look, we got the best bench in the league right now, right? So the bench in our rotations from that standpoint is working. We know we can rely on Cedric and Santi coming off the bench with Cam Spencer and all of those guys. What we have to fix is the starting group and have them more connected and figure out ways to make sure that group goes. But he never talks about starters. He always talks about minutes, usage rate, and who's on the floor at the finish.
Yes. And Cedric Coward played 29 minutes, and Santi Aldama played 29 minutes, and KCP and Jalen Wells both played 23 minutes. So I get that. And also, the substitutions are coming at the 4-minute mark, not at the 3-minute mark. But it feels fast.
Close, though.
Bottom line is, it's a.
No, because you were right at first.
It started as 3, and then it shifted the last few games to 4.
Then it shifted, and now the time when Jaren is out is also condensed. It used to be 3 minutes to 4 minutes where he was out, but now he's only out for 2 minutes, and he comes right back. Yeah. So there has been some adjustment in terms of that rotation, and you can see it with the way that he's trying to inch their minutes on the floor together to make sure that they can at least have a shot to work things out.
Right. You just need your best players on the court to match the best players on the other side. I think the Grizzlies, I came up with it yesterday, like the players who played the 5 most minutes, so not going the traditional starters versus starters, but the 5 most minutes on Grizzlies versus Thunder, it's like 100-63 getting outscored. Yeah. So yes, your bench has had flashes of really important minutes, but when you get into the weeds of it, that's not going to help you beat a team like the Thunder or a team like the Rockets or a team like the Pistons, where we've seen some of these best teams in the NBA to start the league. And it's very clear they have their A guys, and those guys are able to take over when things slow down, when this gets more into half-court sets, and that's a place where the Grizzlies have struggled at this point this season.
Well, to your point, I point out 2 examples, in the piece. I point out the example that we saw against Oklahoma City, where when the game was still in the balance, they went to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He scored 9 straight points. They didn't have to spray the ball all around the court. They went to the guy that they knew to close out that lineup. Who was on the floor with him? The guys that they needed to be on the floor with them, and their main primary guys, right? You go back a few games before that, a week earlier, when Memphis had their run to get back into the game against Detroit and the game needed to be closed out, who did Detroit go to? They put their main guys on the floor, and they gave the ball to Cade Cunningham. And he did his best Shai Gilgeous-Alexander impersonation and closed out the game from that standpoint. The Grizzlies aren't at that point where they say, okay, this worked or this didn't work. Now let's get to these last 5 minutes and go to work with the guys that we know can bring us home. Who's bringing the Grizzlies home night in and night out? We saw Ja do it in Phoenix, but we haven't seen that on a consistent basis.
It's been a minute. Maybe Madison Square Garden will do it. It's unlocked big performances before. Not last season for the Grizzlies, as Gary reminded me. That's when everything kind of started taking a tumble when the Grizzlies lost to the Knicks last year. And then it was like, can they beat good teams? And then the answer was no.
Speaking of things taking a tumble, Mike, I'm sorry for cutting you off here. What's going on with the Commanders, dog? Are you all the way off of it now?
Man, I was on Amazon and NFL.com, and I was just about to order my Steelers gear, man. But I can't rely on the Steelers either. They're my number 2 team, but I can't go all in on Steelers either. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like, I'm just going to take a bye. I'm just going to take a knee the rest of this NFL season, because it is a catastrophe what's gone on with my Commanders, man. Like, last year was a blip. Last year was an outlier. You know what I mean? My Commanders are down. My Grambling Tigers are getting in the brawls that
man. Mike, did you see the suspensions?
I did, man. I know we're gonna hit that up tomorrow when we record HBCU Huddle.
Mike,
man.
They suspended 20. For those who don't know, Grambling State and Bethune-Cookman, because of respect, got the fighting. 28 players were suspended, plus a physics teacher, a math professor, 2 English professors, and the custodian crew from Bethune-Cookman.
That's what I'm saying. And we got 2 games left, and we're still in the race. We could actually
they were throwing benches
back up in the race. Yeah.
Oh,
we get Mike. We're
for CJ to call something a fight. No, it's a real fight.
Because check this out: the SWAC fights. We get one of these a year, and we've been doing this, Mike. The HBCU Huddle, Grind City Media subsidiary. Check it out on Thursdays. We've been doing this since 2021, and it seems like every year we get at least one. Where it is, why the hell is everybody so mad? Why are they fighting like this?
Wow.
Over silliness, man. Over silliness.
Let's respect, silliness. Mike. Mike is respect. Remind me to tell you about my dream about respect. You were in it. It's crazy.
There's some kid standing like off to the side, and someone goes, "He's not losing his scholarship." He's like, "This is not my fight to be had." Mike, we will see you tonight. We will hear you on tonight's radio broadcast at 6:30 tip Central Time at Madison Square Garden. Grizzlies Knicks. Thanks for joining us this morning. We'll see you later.
All right, absolutely. Take care, guys.
That was Mike Wallace. You can read his latest up at grindcitymedia.com. We've got to take a quick break. When we come back, former Memphis Tiger Will Coleman joins us. He has food in hands. He is 3-0 this season. as he brings us little treats to make it through our week. We'll bring some analysis from the Tigers' opening win against San Francisco. Big one tonight as they head to Oxford to face Ole Miss. We'll get into all that with Will Coleman on the other side, and it's hot.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
Here's the vision. All three of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzlies stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
It's early, but top 4 in win shares per 48 minutes in the NBA right now, Cedric Coward is in that group. Do you want to know who else is in it?
Who?
Victor Wembanyama, Luka Doncic, and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I like that company.
That means the American player with the highest win share per 48 minutes, Grizz rookie Cedric Coward.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
Jeff Dunham. You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
The only thing better than Saturday Night Hoops is when it comes with an exclusive Grizz hoodie. Every Saturday this season, $60 gets you a Grizzlies ticket and a limited edition Grizzlies hoodie. 4 different hoodie designs dropping across 4 Saturday games. Not sold anywhere else. Don't miss your shot to collect all 4 designs. Grab your tickets and gear up now at grizzlies.com/Saturday.
Check this out. Last season in the NBA, there were 139 40-point games. We're like 5 days in, 6 days in, and we have had 16 already. It is on pace for over 300 40-point games.
Holy crap.
Sheesh. That would be the pace.
Yeah.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. We are back. Will Coleman brought food. Before we get into the importance from the Memphis Tigers, they have a big game tonight. They won their first game. It was great. It was encouraging. But what did you bring for us?
So this is real live big back activity right here. Okay. I'm a little upset because
you know you're dealing with a real live big back.
I put aluminum foil on it and I didn't want to ruin it, but it kind of ruined it.
I bet it didn't.
So you could call this one of two things. You could call it a glorified, glorified hamburger helper, or you can call it a mac and cheese lasagna.
Oh my gosh.
So here's what we got.
I hoped you saw that, Will. Well, I hoped like hell you saw that, Will. Will, I hope you saw it.
Look at this cheese pull.
Will, I hope you saw it, boy. I got to come out the jacket for this one.
Look at this cheese pull.
William Coleman. Hell yeah. Can I call you William?
Yeah.
You can call him William.
Yeah.
What's your middle name?
It's very bland. It's Christopher.
That's not bland. That's my husband's name.
It is a bland name.
Okay,
Well,
fine.
I'll say this just as an African American male, William Christopher Coleman is probably one of the whitest names that you could have.
You get all the
You're
jobs.
not wrong.
Yeah. My
You
mom
could,
wanted
you
to
could
make
run
sure.
a financial department. You could be in a law firm.
Wanted to make sure my name looked good on the resume.
Bless you, child.
This looks. Where were you inspired for this dish? Is this a CJ Instagram creation?
No, this isn't. I stumbled upon this. CJ didn't post this. Yeah, you probably need a spatula or something. That thing.
CJ, would you mind? Oh my gosh, that is unbelievable.
What I'm on what, Jessica?
I was scooping me a plate as I
You
try
want
to
some?
ask Will. Yeah, my mouth is literally watering.
Yeah,
Just
so-
started.
Tell you how this goes, Will.
Let me also tell you how this goes.
She gets really excited about this.
And then I say, my tummy hurts.
Immediately.
I know where you're going with this. Go home. Well, it's so funny because CJ texted me yesterday. He's like, you know, they're bringing wings into the studio at
Shout out
11.
Mamas.
Shout out Mamas. They have great wings. I love Mamas chicken tenders, but their wings are also excellent. Good sauces, good people.
It probably could.
But
They probably could use a little extra seasoning, but I think for the most part.
I
it's
told
solid.
CJ I couldn't come back for the wings. I was like, oh, I had a bad eating weekend. I'm trying to be healthy. And then Will rolls in here on a Tuesday.
The joint
And
is
I would
it on?
also like to join the big
Man,
bag
CJ
activity.
Man, CJ do a little dancey dance. Let me do a little dancey dance.
Ooh, that's delightful.
Oh my God.
Might have to run
Speaking
that
of-
back at Thanksgiving.
Speaking of delightful, Will.
Hey, is that Thanksgiving?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
A moment of silence. I know this doesn't make good TV, good radio, good podcasting, whatever, but oh my. Ooh. Are these peppers? Are these tomatoes?
Tomato.
They're delicious. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of delicious, Memphis Tigers started the season with a win, Will.
They did. They
They looked. What were you going to say?
You just
take another
you
bite
know
of food.
being devil's advocate, you know.
Okay.
I just obviously I would like to see an entire or like a complete put together performance by my guys. I think what saved us love the dance moves. I think what saved us is that if I remember correctly, the Don shot 12 for almost 30 from the free throw line.
That was helpful.
So on top of that, and you know, and I like to shed light on. I mean, I think our guys, we need to be able to put together two halves. Again, the same song we've been singing for years. We go up double digits, and then they bring it back within 6. Ultimately, we were able to close the game out. But we have to stop things like that and stop teams from making runs like that, because we're going to meet an opponent where we won't be able to hold on to a lead like that due to, you know, veteran leadership or whatever another team has. We got to be able to stop that.
I haven't talked about this on the show. It's just a personal issue that I'm having as CJ is lost in the sauce, quite literally. I really hate the new ESPN box scores.
Yeah.
How they're done, because I just went to try to check to make sure. They were indeed 16 of 25 at the free throw line.
Yeah.
I hate the new box. The way that it is situated
Yeah,
is
it
so
is.
confusing to my eyes, just because you're so used to it being spaced out in one way, and now it's entirely different. But that is my shake fist at cloud, old person, I don't like change situation. My main takeaway from the Memphis game, though, was there was some serious concern over how this would all look, both from what you saw in the exhibition games and then those comments that Penny Hardaway made last week had people kind of cringing, like, oh, no, what is this about to be? And
Made it look like a disconnect.
It looked smooth. It went from feeling like this is disjointed, their offense just got put in place, their defense just got put in place, they don't know who the starting five is, and instead, Memphis found itself in a place where they were able to get out to as large of a 23-point lead. And that in of itself, against a San Francisco team that right now is top 100, KenPom, and you can never predict how the rest of the season will go.
Want some juice?
But it was an opportunity for them to get off on the right foot. And that can be so important for a team any season, but especially when you have so much newness with this group.
And I think that's just what people don't understand. Your let's say your casual basketball fan, not even a real serial basketball person. But like when you have a team that is brand spanking new, just because you have a talent field roster doesn't mean everybody's going to gel with everybody. So when those exhibition games and even those first couple games, it's going to be a little rocky. Now, granted, we need to win those because those are very, very, very important resume builders. But there's going to be some shakiness. There's going to be some places where it seems like there's no continuity, and people don't understand it. They think yes, it is Penny's job to find who the best 5 is and start them and get them on the floor. But when you get to different in-game situations, things are going to look different play by play. And a lot of people don't understand that. And these first 2 games, though they may be very important, we still got to find our footing because we have a complete brand new roster. And so we're still trying to figure things out.
Will, one of the things that I would like to see the Tigers do is, like you said, a bit better job of playing for a whole game, not just a half or not just part of a half, and then trying to hold on to the win. 1. 2, throw some pepperonis in that. Throw some pepperonis in that. It'll set it off.
I think that's too much meat. I think this is perfect.
Will, you can never ever have too much meat. I love large bits of meat in my mouth, man. Get out of here. What's something that you want to see them do, them being the Tigers, in the next game against Ole Miss?
Holistic basketball, just being able to complete 2 halves. And I don't know what it will take. This is an individual goal that every person will have to have. I would love to see some better 3-point shooting.
Okay.
I mean, if we could, I know it'll take time, but if we could flirt around 25, 30 from beyond the arc, that would make me happy.
Ole Miss has been one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the country to start the year. Now, granted, they have played Southeastern Louisiana and Louisiana Monroe, but analytically speaking, 26th in Ken Pom, 46th in Bart Torvik. They're a good team. They're a good test. And this is a hard road test. This is a place where Memphis has lost 4 straight in Oxford. They have not won in Oxford since the early 2000s. And I think it speaks to there is a regional rivalry. How do you evaluate the Memphis-Ole Miss rivalry
I think
on the
there's a
basketball
rivalry
side?
there. I think something could be done. This could turn into, I know we talked about it before, but this could very much turn into a Memphis-Louisville type of thing, just right across the border. Yeah, it's so close. I mean, it's accessible. Everybody can get there. You can drive there. Yeah. It's a 50-minute drive to Ole Miss. I mean, I think this will be extremely fun, and it could be a rivalry that could be drummed up as something very special.
One of the biggest questions for this team going into the year was its front court.
Yeah.
I was going to say lots of transfers. That speaks for the whole roster. Yeah. But a lot of transfers in that positional group who had not necessarily jumped off the stat sheets where they had played previously. But then in that first game against San Francisco, they win points in the paint. They win rebounding. And it really was a collective effort. The guards did a good job in those 2 categories as well. But I was really impressed with Aaron Bradshaw and Tierno Silla. Yeah. And then Simon Majok from South Sudan, who's a freshman, who kind of became the good story coming out of game 1 and just being here, playing here, what it took to get here for him. And I think those kind of things are important rallying points for a fan base when they're trying to figure out, all right, who on this team can I get to know? Who do I want to get to know? Who do I want to root for? But those 3, what did you see from the front court for the Grizz, for the Tigers?
I'd like to see, I know we talked about points in the paint, but points in the paint can be a huge umbrella. It could be guards getting their floaters, little bunny jumpers, running to get layups. I'd like to see a little more low post presence. I know the style of basketball that Penny likes to play probably doesn't really call for a lot of low post action as far as just getting the ball back to the basket type of thing. But I'd love to see a little more from them from those guys. The activity that they bring is great, like you said. The rebounding and deflections and attempting to block shots. A lot of those things are really important. They did a very good job. I honestly and personally think deflection should be a stat in stat sheet. Just because it shows how active a player can be and how defensive-minded they can be. But I think those 3 guys really came together and made a presence with the front court. And I think they could do a very good job this year for our Tigers.
Outside of Memphis, it's going to be pro, college, whatever. What's the most impressive thing that you've seen in the last week? Anything that stands out to you? Could be high school.
Man, what's my boy name? I was actually watching it last night when Jalen Duren got dunked on. I mean, obviously I love to use a Tiger and stuff like that, but the athleticism from that guard, I can't remember this guard's name. It was, just look it up.
The
it was
McCollum
nasty.
dunk wasn't on.
It was crazy.
It wasn't on Duren.
No.
It was a guard. He had the ball in the corner. Somebody closed out, pump fake, one dribble baseline, and just exploded 2 hands. Man, it was I don't know. Can somebody? I don't know. Can somebody pull that up?
We're gonna find it for you.
Man.
We're gonna figure out. It was Cam Whitmore.
Yeah.
Cam
that
Whitmore
thing
on
was,
Jalen Duren.
That thing was nasty. Man, just to show that and Duren every bit of
I was gonna say,
6'11".
Duren's been
That's a
playing
big
at like
dude.
an all-star rate this season.
He's
and
probably
it's been
one
awesome.
of the only people I've been against or stood next to. I didn't play against him, but stood next to and just felt like an inferior human being.
That has to be such a weird thing for you. Because
man.
when we ran into you at Tonica a few weeks ago, when you left the table, Chris was like, I just can't imagine what it's like being that tall.
Man,
I just can't imagine what it's like always being the tallest guy in the room. But when you are around other professional athletes and just different body types, and here's the Cam Whitmore dunk on Jalen Duren from last night.
That thing was nasty, man. That right there is the most impressive thing I've seen this week.
Damn. On a night where we went through like buzzer beater dunks, buzzer beater threes. Cade had 40 plus in this game, but missed 31 shots.
Yeah.
But it's the Cam Whitmore dunk on Jalen Duren. What do you make of a player missing 31 shots in a game? Can we call that a good game?
I mean, shoot.
He had 46 points.
The coach,
but he missed 31 shots.
Coach has the ultimate belief in his player. I mean, it is what it is. That's what you. That's the only thing. If you got a coach that's gonna let you keep shooting after you miss 31 shots, I mean, he believe in you, man.
At what point, a coach, do you, like after he missed 20, I think I would have been like, all right, Cade, like maybe rein it in a tad, but they didn't have anybody of note out there. Duren was out there, sure. Duncan Robinson was out there as well. But it was a couple of G League guys out there playing major minutes for him. So I didn't.
And maybe this is just me. I try to. I'm more so a Tigers guy than a NCAA guy than NBA guy. And I'm seeing some crazy things along the NBA. Like you said, you missed 31 shots. And there's some crazy stuff going on in the league. I didn't recognize anybody on the Pistons roster other than Duren and a couple other people. But also I'm looking, then you got Allen scoring 42 points. And I'm like, when did Grayson Allen be, when is – It's almost like when Ant was when my guy was at the Lakers, he was like, who is this guy? Ant was like, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
For Jake LaRavia.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
Who is this guy? I knew Allen.
Are the children still – we are so ingrained with Grayson Allen because there was no – I don't want to say there was no bigger story, but like
great sports villain. He was tripping people and kicking people all throughout college.
Another little Draymond, just get up under your skin like a gnat at a barbecue, just annoying, just getting on your nerves.
He had all those incidents.
Yeah,
and so you just and so many people hated Duke basketball in of itself, and then I kind of like took the Leitner torch and was like, hey, I'm just going.
But it's like it's one of those things where you like him, Draymond Green, Marcus Smart, Pat Bev, you hate him. You hate him, but you would love to have somebody like that on your team. Dylan Brooks, yes. Everybody say they don't like him, but you want a Dylan on your – these type of guys, they out there playing chess.
Who's the next gen?
The next gen, I would think one of the Thompson twins probably.
Feels different.
Because they're actually good.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, Draymond's actually good.
Well, you said it, not me.
I mean,
if you think so. If you think so. I mean, Draymond averages, 8 points for his career?
One of the best defenders that we've ever had.
Allegedly, if y'all say so. Allegedly. I can't remember Draymond shutting down anybody, but y'all got it. I don't. I don't. Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, who?
Okay.
I mean, y'all got it. You don't have to answer to me. Y'all got it. Draymond be shutting people down. Y'all got it.
This man, bro.
I am curious if we haven't had like a real villain in the basketball space in a minute. And a part of it is kind of the separation of not having guys with as much run at their individual schools and developing the lore like a Grayson at Duke would have had. So we'll see if it continues onward. But, Will, this is one of the best things that you've ever made.
Instagram.
I just want you to know.
You got to do a food Instagram, and then you got to hit us with a cookbook.
I'm thinking about it. Okay. I'm thinking about it. It take a lot of time. I think about it.
Yeah. Don't you think you could make – you've done really well on social media from – like the dad standpoint, don't you think you could add the cooking element? Because then you're a dad who can cook.
Yeah.
I think it would play well.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna think about that.
But
for
this
sure.
one needs to go in there because I already want another scoop. But we appreciate you as always.
Oh, thank
we will
you.
see how the Tigers play tonight against the Ole Miss Rebels in Oxford. That's an 8 o'clock tip on the SEC Network. We'll take a quick break here. We'll come back, do a little TV Tuesday, what we're watching. I started the hot new show on Apple TV. Watched that pilot last night. We'll get into that along with other TV shows and news when we come back. The Grizzlies are the one thing everyone in the family can agree on. So join us every Sunday this season for Sunday Family Fun Days. It's a steal at just $35 and includes a ticket to the game, a $10 food voucher, post-game free throws on the court, and a meet and greet with mascot Grizz. Space is limited, so grab your tickets now for this unique experience your family won't soon forget. Go to grizzlies.com/Sunday and have a fun day.
Calling all collectors! Topps NBA basketball trading cards are back. It's available in the Grizzlies Den by Fanatics and online at Topps.com. Rip into bold color parallels, electric inserts, relics, and autograph cards from today's biggest stars and the next gen talent. Look out for rookie cards of Cooper Flagg and Dylan Harper, plus Grizzlies favorites John Morant, Jalen Wells, and so many more. You don't want to miss this drop. Grab your set before it's gone.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. One exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Southland Casino Hotel is helping you navigate to Santa. Win your share of over $550,000 in free play and a brand new Lincoln. Here Comes Santa takes flight on Saturday, November 1st, when you can begin earning entries. And don't forget the grand finale drawings on Saturday, November 29th and Saturday, December 27th to win a share of over $40,000 in free play or a brand new Lincoln. Win big during Here Comes Santa, only at Southland Casino Hotel.
You want hot sauce on everything.
Correct.
Yeah.
Is that a problem?
No, it's not. But that's, to me, that's what the pepperonis would do. Was give it a little spice.
A pepperoni spice is different than a
spice and a nice spice and
Tapatio
a nice salt as well. Just some baby, not big pepperonis, the baby pepperonis, the mini pepperonis.
I love mini pepperoni.
The mini pepperoni joints. That's what I put in my rotel. Yeah. I might make some rotel. If I make some rotel, you gonna eat some?
Yeah.
Cause I can't eat a whole pan of rotel anymore. I'm a man. I'm 40.
I gotta lay off the cheese, man. My life has been cheese-centric as of late.
Okay, you tell me when you're back on the cheese. I'll make my 3 meat, 3 cheese rotel.
Maybe next week. Next cold spell.
Okay.
Because I want it to be cold.
To eat cheese?
Yeah.
I eat cheese all the time.
I know, but I like to warm the cheese. I don't know. For me, it's just like a cold
like
weather.
a soup almost type of thing. Just a cheese soup. I got you. Yeah.
Alexandra said, maybe we found the root of the tummy trouble. You're not wrong, but I love cheese. Before we get into TV Tuesday, did you watch any of the Eagles-Packers game last night?
I watched the whole thing.
Oh, It's your kind of game.
Yeah, it's good by my kind of game.
Good
you
defensive football.
Good football. Yeah, I'm there for good football.
Love a defensive masterpiece.
I don't need a whole lot of points to be scored for me to think that it's good.
True.
I need players doing elite things. I need players just showing up and being superstars. And what the Eagles were able to do coming out of there by the skin of their teeth, hair, their chin with that win is impressive. And I left there thinking, yo, the Eagles got 4 playmakers on offense who one-on-one can beat you, right? Saquon Barkley can beat you one-on-one. We saw him do it on the long run just before the touchdown catch by Devontae Smith, who can beat you one-on-one. He beat that guy. You throw in the guy throwing him the ball.
Can do it.
We know A.J. Brown
Even though
can.
he was invisible last night.
But everybody was invisible last night. That says more to me about what the Packers defense is than it does about the Eagles. And Jalen Hurts can go out there and beat you. Yep. They can. On the flip side of things, I think Micah Parsons, that trade is working out fetchingly for the Packers. We all knew that was going to be the case. I think he had 6 quarterback pressures on the game last night. Everybody else on the Packers combined for 1. So, like, he's the dude who's creating the pressures, getting the Hurts uncomfortable. They just, at the end of the game, man, a couple of mistakes there. A failed 4th down conversion that wouldn't have mattered if they got it. They would have had to been backed up anyway because they got a penalty for illegal formation or false start. I can't remember. I think it was false start. And the Eagles just blew that play up also.
Yes.
But, you know, Packers had their chances, their opportunities. A fumble by Love here, a fumble by the running back there. Like, they could have won that game.
It was one of those nights, though, where I'm super on the defense because the Broncos fans have decided to crucify me for my take that the Broncos can't keep getting away with how they're winning games despite having an elite defense, but an offense that just is not capable of extending drives, generating points, taking advantage of red zone opportunities. And so much of it falls on what you just laid out. Like the difference of a quarterback who doesn't mess it up and having those big play skill players who can go one-on-one if given the opportunity. And we've seen the Eagles do it, right? Like, they won last year. We understand what they can be, and there's a trust level in Jalen Hurts. I'm watching that game on the other side, and I say, I'm not sure that I trust Jordan Love to be able to make – sometimes you just need a play. And I don't know how I feel about Jordan. And he's missing a ton of receivers. So that is something that Packers offense is having to deal with right now.
As good as they are, though, that's not what the Eagles skill position players are. So even when those receivers come back, they're not Smith. They're not Brown. They're not that. Jacobs is a tremendous running back. If I had a favorite team, I would love for my team to have a running back like Jacobs. But he's not Saquon. And we saw Jalen Hurts do more than just not mess it up. We saw Jalen Hurts go out there and gash teams in the playoffs, 40-yard run here, 30-yard touchdown run there, right? So, like, Jalen Hurts is a playmaker in and of himself when he has to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, to your point, and you're right with the analysis, that's the difference in what the Broncos are doing and what somebody like the Eagles are capable of doing.
Or people will throw the Chiefs at me. I'm like, the Chiefs have Patrick
They have the greatest quarterback of this era.
What are we doing here?
Come on now.
That is one of the most insane things you could say. Anyway, we'll see how it all plays out. Chiefs-Broncos this week. That's a fun game coming up. Did you watch SNL this week?
I did.
I know you're in and out.
I did.
Thoughts?
I watch it all the time.
Okay. Sometimes you've watched it by Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. Yeah, sometimes I watch it on Wednesday or Thursday. Fairly regular schedule right now.
You're regular.
Fairly regular.
Okay.
I caught 2 episodes of Gen V as well, but SNL, it was fine. Like, SNL, every time we talk about this,
it's the same thing.
It's, hey, every week is not going to be for you.
Yeah.
Every week is not for you. I thought that the weekend update with Pete Davidson was pretty cool. But outside of that, man, it's just like, okay, all right, that's fine.
I did not watch all of it.
I didn't enjoy I don't like her, Nikki Glaser, right? And it's not, I don't find her comedy, I can't relate to it.
Sure.
Because she's not doing comedy for me.
No.
She's doing comedy for women of a certain age, and to be honest, she's doing it for white women of a certain age, right? Like, that's super relatable. But even my wife, who is a woman in that age range of Nikki Glaser, didn't laugh, didn't chuckle. She was kind of annoyed by it all. Yeah, man, I was just like, okay. Oh, I thought the skit about The oddly incestual family was pretty good at karaoke.
I did see that one.
That one was pretty okay, but outside of that, man, it's nothing really to write home about for me.
I watched her monologue.
Yeah.
Thought it was one of the, like, I didn't laugh aggressively, but it was edgier. And I appreciate when actual comedians are the hosts and they are willing to go someplace that might not fit with the SNL audience. And I thought that was absolutely the case with her monologue. The joke about her nephew, you could just feel people cringe and clench. But I'm cool. Like, I like those kind of jokes from a standpoint of they're scary jokes to tell. And she's a comedian who's not afraid to say some stuff that is probably going to make some people mad and isn't going to fly with everybody. I thought the spray tan bit was actually pretty funny from a associating with white girl kind of way and knowing like, ooh, sometimes I feel weird that we're allowed to get spray tans. And then also I'm inhaling chemicals that I'm pretty sure are clogging my lungs and going to kill me someday. And the same thing going for what it's like when we go and get our nails done.
Speaking of which, your nails look nice.
Thanks. Something I just did yesterday. And she made the joke. She's like, yeah, we're watching Bobby Flay on mute. And I was like, oh, that's so funny. I was watching HGTV on mute yesterday as I got my nails done in the situation. The big show that has kind of like taken over the TV space, or at least has had a lot of people really excited about it, is Pluribus on Apple TV. And I think the first 2 episodes are actually out. I only watched the pilot last night because I saw people say, wow, this is the best pilot of all time. And I think we get a little reactionary at times. And it had like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. And we know Rotten Tomatoes is, give or take, not always an accurate depiction. It's a very good pilot. It sucks you into this universe. It stars Rhea Seehorn, who, if you watch Better Call Saul, that's what she's from. I really enjoy Rhea Seehorn.
Creators of Better Call Saul?
Creators of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, X-Files. I think Vince is his first name, but Gilligan, who's done all of these before. And I think that's one of the things where even if you didn't love the pilot, people are pretty confident in his experience as a writer and director of creating, obviously, one of the shows that gets credited as one of the best we've ever had in Breaking Bad. And there are people who think that Better Call Saul was an even better show than Breaking Bad. And so the concept, without giving the whole plot away, and that was my one critique of the pilot, I feel like we got everything. It was like a mini movie. It was great. It captured my attention. An hour. It felt like an episode of Black Mirror. But it felt very contained. Like, where does it go from here? And that's where you have to put trust in this creator, who you would assume, if it's getting this kind of buzz from people who have seen it, people who have seen screeners, that it goes in an interesting direction. But it's billed as, in a world overtaken by a mysterious wave of forced happiness, Carol Sturka, the only person immune, must uncover what's really going on and save humanity from its own bliss. So there's very interesting themes going on in this show. There's also an actress in it named Miriam Shore, who I have always loved anytime she pops up in any project. She was in that Younger series with Hilary Duff. As we always take a moment for Hilary. She has popped up on shows like The Good Wife, and she was on the show called GCB on ABC that absolutely nobody watched except for me. But I am excited about this Apple TV. And Apple TV's had such a good run of shows that I am putting my trust in Pluribus to keep me interested and be one of those ones that we talk about for a little bit. I also talked earlier this week, I am watching that All's Fair show that is being dubbed the worst show ever.
Oh, that's the Kim K joint. That's the one with Kim and with all of the real actresses.
Yes, it's all of the real actresses, some of the best actresses of our life, truly giving their worst performances. And I am eating up every second of it. Like, is it horrible timing given the structure of where we are as a society? Yes. Is the writing some of the worst writing that I've ever listened to? Also, yes. Are the costumes pretty? Yes. Are the sets pretty? Yes. Do I enjoy watching, like, Tiana Taylor steal scenes and Naomi Watts steal scenes and Judith Light steal scenes and Glenn Close steal scenes and Sarah Paulson's? Yes. Do I enjoy Kim Kardashian? No. No, I don't.
Wait, how much is she in this?
A lot. She's a lead.
Oh, okay.
She's an actual lead.
Okay.
I would have rather seen more Jessica Simpson. She's a guest. with a lot of plastic surgery. I just don't need Kim Kardashian, the actress. I don't really understand. I guess Ryan Murphy is a shock value guy, and there's going to be so many people who immediately are like, I'm not watching the show because Kim Kardashian's involved. I have friends in my group text that are like, I'm not supporting anything Kim Kardashian does until she donates X amount of money to people who lost their SNAP benefits. And agree, but also, like, I don't care that much. Like, she just pops up and I just watch her and think she's not a very good actress. And apparently she's not a very good lawyer to be either because she failed the bar, which is a very difficult thing to pass. I understand that.
Like, passing the bar is hard.
I know.
Like, okay.
But she said, I read some quote, and this could be totally taken out of context because I'm not seeking out Kim Kardashian interviews.
Breaking, Mavs expected to fire Nico Harrison soon.
Is that breaking?
I mean, soon. We knew it was going to happen sooner or later. Now we're taking the or later out, so sooner.
You want to know what? That's something where I don't even feel like we have to put allegedly, reportedly, hypothetically. Don't even play the music. Don't even play the music. Wow, what an oddly specific Shams Charania tweet. The Dallas Mavericks and owner Patrick Dumont are expected to fire general manager Nico Harrison at a 10 a.m. Central Time meeting on Tuesday. That meeting's on the calendar. What if he doesn't show up? What if it's 10:05?
I'm not showing up.
Whatever happened to accuracy?
I'm not showing up.
What if they're late? What if it's 10:13?
I'm not showing up. Once Shams sends that tweet out, if I'm Nico, ain't no way in hell I'm showing up to that damn meeting.
It's so funny because I could say something as simple as, oh, when I saw the Dallas fans saying fire Nico's during PJ Washington free throws last night, that's when I knew it was over. And we've known it was over
Jessica,
since it happened.
Everybody in Dallas was chanting fire Nico. Literally.
Yes.
Not just Mavericks fans. If you were at SMU, they were chanting fire Nico.
Yes.
SMU women's basketball, SMU baseball. They were all at some point in time during their games chanting fire Nico. There were fire Nico chants at, I do believe, a Stars game as well. It wouldn't surprise me if earlier this season the Cowboys fans started a fire Nico chant. Right? He would go to other people's arenas, and they were so aghast. They were so taken aback by that trade that they would chant fire Nico. Yeah, we knew it was coming.
Really, really over when even Dirk couldn't defend it on the TV broadcast the other night. Like, they're like, oh, that Band-Aid's been ripped all the way off.
Yeah, no. I'm surprised he made it this long.
Me too.
But they gave him permission to make the trade, so take that back. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised he made it to this point.
But it's been so bad. I guess unsurprised because of the fact that they've been without Anthony Davis.
And
but
Kyrie.
that is a, like, damning in of itself is the consistent inavailability of Anthony Davis.
Did Gary bring that up? That you traded? I can't remember if it was Gary or if it was somebody else on the social medias. But you said, okay, we're concerned about Luka's potential durability. Let's move him. Okay, that doesn't make sense, but okay, move him. And who are you going to move him for? We're going to move him for Anthony Davis. It's like, wait, what? There's a ton of concern. There's a ton of concern about his durability. What are we talking about?
Yeah. Well, that's the biggest non-surprise of the day, but
I mean, surprised. Didn't know it was going to happen today.
You also can't risk, like, it's a pretty bad situation for your number one pick to be in.
So are you
in its
moving
totality?
Are you moving on from Kid just being like completely and totally reckless? How bad of a situation is it for Flag? Right, unless you're saying to me, hey, we don't think you can build around Cooper Flag, and we don't think you can because you couldn't build around Luka.
But they did build around Luka.
And then but he moved them.
Right? Yeah, I know, and nobody understood why. Other than the collective defense wins championships, but if you can't play either, then you're screwed.
We don't want you moving this guy, right? You'll try and convince us that moving this guy in 7-8 years because of some absurd reason is a good decision. We've seen it once. We don't want to see it again. But I think everything else there is fine. I think he's the issue.
Yes.
Yeah.
For now,
I don't think it needs to be a wholesale change in Dallas.
Well, as we've talked a lot this week about vibes, and vibes are not something that shows up in the stats. It is not good vibes to, at every single game, have a ringing of fire Nico. And as you said, across all of Dallas sports, at other random sporting events. When they're on the road, those chants follow them. And
Nico walked into a Baskin Robbins the other day, and they were chanting "Fire Nico."
This man can't express a moment of peace, which is fine.
Speaking of ice cream, it's Sunday Day. It's National Sunday Day.
Where are you going to go get a sundae?
I don't know.
I haven't had a sundae in a long time.
I don't know.
I prefer. Why? Good point, Jacob.
I don't know why they do the things that they do.
Was this designated by Nico Harrison?
I think it might be something to go along in conjunction with our veterans that we love so much. It's like, hey, veteran.
They love ice cream?
Thank you for serving and risking your life.
Here's a sundae?
Here's a free sundae.
Feels like a pizza party for an office. Feels a bit lackluster.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, that'll do it for today's show. Grizzlies game day. Grizzlies Knicks tonight, Madison Square Garden. See if they can get a win over a winning team, and we'll have a different kind of conversation tomorrow. Eric Hasseltine and Mike Wallace will be on the radio call. Your favorite TV broadcasters, Pete Branica, Brevin Knight, Rob Fisher, will all be on FanDuel Sports Network TV. Pre-game show starts at 6. Game starts at 6:30. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Hopefully we're doing highlights. We'll see you then. Have a good one. Bye.
You don't like sitcoms, but I've started the DMV one. It's pretty okay. Why would you? It's American Auto, but like with
but at the DMV.
At the DMV, it's like, why not just